Hello team, welcome to Cancer Diagnosis 201. It's been an interesting, wonderful learning experience for the past few weeks, and as you can see, my hair's growing back. That's one of the cool things. Every day it's a different color, so it's exciting to see what the color is going to be the next day. Also, I'm dealing with a lot of change besides the hair and the eyebrows. It's what am I going to do now that I'm no longer seeing my Kellogg cancer team on a weekly basis. So I've been getting very curious and really focusing on what do I need to do for myself to really take care of myself and have that optimal well-being. So I've been doing a ton of research, and as you know, my last post I went to a plant-based diet. So I've been doing a ton of research on plant-based diets and probably ended up with more questions than I actually did answers because it's so confusing. There's so many different things out there, books and articles and research, and everyone has research to support why we should be following their diet. So I ended up with more questions than answers, but what everyone does agree on is that we should all go organic. It was very frightening to read the research about and see that consistency and how animals and food is processed and treated, and it was just yikes. Reduce toxins. Well, I'll talk more about the environmental toxins, and it's a little scary what's going on in our environment. But what I definitely was able to embrace quickly was the no refined sugars and will eliminate the processed foods. So I've already done that, and I feel fantastic and seeing some very positive results. A book, though, that I did find very interesting and I want to recommend to all of you is the Anti-Cancer Living. And what they do is they're focusing on the mix of six. And with this mix of six, they're saying just focus on these six, do what you can with any of these six in any order. And what they're saying is that connectedness and having that social support is very, very important. And thank you, I have that with all of you. And then also just let go of stress. Try and get off that hamster wheel and meditate, mindfulness, reduce the stress. The sleep is very vital. The research is really supporting how our bodies really need that sleep on a day-to-day basis to let our brains re-energize and recuperate. And movement, and it's not just exercise, but just move. Our bodies are not made to sit still. Eating healthy and eating that rainbow of food and foods are going to promote healing and promote your health. And that toxin control, like I mentioned earlier, it was so fascinating and also so scary because there's like thousands of toxins or chemicals that have been introduced to us in the past 50 years, and many of them have not been researched to see what is the long-term impact. So it's the chemicals it's in our food, it's on our clothes, it's in our water, in the air we breathe, and so it's to really focus on what we could do to reduce those toxins. But what everybody agrees with, and this is what I'm really focusing on, this is going to be my model, is really have that interpersonal aspect of making that connectedness and giving back to the community. So thank you, like I said, for being there, and I'm able to start doing my volunteer work again, which is so satisfying. That emotional well-being of that meditation, mindfulness, spiritual, just connecting on a regular basis. And the physical, the health from the nutritional, the exercise, taking care of yourself from that perspective, and occupational. Are you doing things that you're passionate about, and are you also doing things that you feel are adding value to the planet? And then the continuous learning, continuous growth. So this is my focus from here moving forward, is to achieve that optimal self by focusing on these 5 areas. And I encourage all of you to do the same. I've also tapped into some great support, so I'm continuing my work with the Kellogg Cancer Center, the North Shore team. They're helping me from a nutritional coaching perspective because I have a ton of questions from that area. I'm still learning and growing in that. And a shout out to Logan at the Lake Forest Health and Fitness Center. So he's been fantastic, just helping me get my physical well-being back in, so my endurance and my strength. What was interesting is Dr. Temple and Logan both at the same time, within the same week, told me, your body's still healing. And I'm like, what? It is? And then I'm like, yeah, it is. So they're keeping me in check, making sure I don't overdo it and that I gradually build things up because I'm feeling fantastic. I'm probably happy that it's middle of winter because I can't get outside and garden and bike ride and do all that fun stuff that I always love to do. So it's going to give me some time to build up on that. So I encourage you to do the same thing, is what can you do to really make sure you're taking care of yourself and to find a motivator. So you're my motivator, thank you. But my other motivator is I'm a visual person, so I Googled a cancer cell. I'm not posting this on my presentation because It's disgusting looking. I now know where the creative writers get the idea to do aliens and like the War of the Worlds and the monsters, because Google the image of a virus or a cancer cell and it's pretty scary looking. So when I'm not motivated, I don't want to get up and go to exercise, or I want to eat the junk food, I just picture that cancer cell and that's like, nope, not going to be in my body. So I'm going to remain curious. I'm going to focus on that continuous learning, continuous growth from all those five aspects that I spoke about. I encourage you to do the same thing. Just choose one of these five, and what can you do to enhance it and take it to the next level? And then after a few weeks, choose something else. So I'll keep posting, probably about every 3 or 4 weeks. Reach out with questions. Thank you for all your support, and make it a fantastic day. Bye.